Good morning, dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, and happy Easter. Today we are celebrating the second Sunday of Easter. And on this day, I would wish that we call this Sunday the Sunday of Hope. Why are we to call this Sunday the Sunday of Hope? The Gospel reading taken from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 20, from verses 19 to 31. At the beginning from verses 19 tells us that on the first day of the week, on that evening, the disciples were locked up for fear of the Jews. Dear brothers in the Lord, you could imagine what frustration the disciples were living, what fear they were living after the death of Jesus Christ. They were locked up, no courage. It seems all hope were lost. It seems there were no future. They were frustrated. And out of fear, they were locked up. And Jesus, in the middle of their fear, he came into their midst when the doors were locked. He appeared to them. That is the reason the Lord appeared to them, to give them a new hope, to give them the hope of his resurrection. What suffering are you living today? What is it that is making you not to believe and trust in God today? What are those illnesses that you are suffering from? What is it that is breaking your heart, that is making you run away from the church? That is making you not to relate with your brothers in your house, with your family, in your working place. What is that situation that is eating up your mind? Jesus today, the risen Christ, wants to appear in the midst of that situation. And listen to what he is saying to you. Peace be with you. That was what Jesus said to the disciples, to his apostles, when he appeared to them. In their midst, when the doors were locked, in the midst of their troubles, and he said to them, peace be with you. Just as the Father has sent me, so I am sending you. Christ wants you to be the source of hope to our generation today. Are you really prepared? Are you willing, in the midst of your fear, in the midst of your troubles, to be a source of hope and new life to our generation today? Because that's what the second reading of today tells us, taken from the book of 1 Peter chapter 1, from verse 3. That's what he tells us. That Christ, from his resurrection, has given us a new hope in faith. Are you ready to be that source of hope, source of life? But remember, he never leaves us alone. You are not alone. He sends us his Spirit. That is why he said in the same Gospel of John, receive the Holy Spirit. This Holy Spirit that Christ has given us is a spirit of boldness, spirit of life, spirit of joy, spirit of love, which we Christians, we are called upon to share and transmit. How do you want Christians of today to live? All begins from you, by sharing hope. Have a nice and a blessed Sunday.